Well, hey there, comics fans, and welcome to yet another video. I will forever be grateful for DC Comics and Marvel Comics, for Dark Horse Comics. Well, as far as comics books go, pretty much every single comic book publisher that has ever existed, because each and every single one of them has given us tremendous comic books and works of art. And there is a huge backlog that is sitting on my shelves and in my laptop that will really provide me with great read and entertainment for many years to come. Be it comic books written in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the early aughts, and even, after that, even after 2010. And that is why news like these really don't strike me at all. Really, who cares? Nothing matters anymore. And I seriously doubt that anybody should be very sad about these things, and I am certainly not. Let's just read the article first. So, like DC, Marvel Comics is cancelling a bunch of comics too. Comic Book reported that Marvel's cancelled several titles they had in their recent output. As the comics industry continues to grapple with the ongoing coronavirus pandemic and its effect on their publishing schedules, some previously solicited comics have had their physical publications cancelled. Bleeding Cool brings word of the latest from Marvel, who have taken the axe to a number of comics that had been solicited for the first part of the year and then delayed into the later part of 2020. Now that we're in the later part of 2020, a select number of books have been cancelled outright, including future issues of Morbius and Valkyrie Jane Foster. Also, on the chopping block is the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker adaptation, seemingly putting the entire series in jeopardy. Alright then. So, I don't really need to read out the entire article here. The gist of it is that Marvel solicited certain books, certain issues, single issues, newly upcoming single issues, and then now they are gone from the catalog, and it is very probable and very likely that they will not come out at all. One of them is even the famous Captain America, who I believe is celebrating anniversary this year. Is it 85th anniversary? Something like that. Well, it's about this. Well, let me tell you, comic books are not good these days. And the sales show it. The sales of the individual issues are going down because the quality has been swapped for a political agenda. Because writers and artists are trying as much as possible to stick to some certain political agenda concerning inclusion and representation in every single comic book with oppression of the white man. And, fans just don't like it. And let me tell you, the far left-wing people don't really read the comic books religiously and then write about them on the internet. They are mostly concerned with scandals surrounding comic books and, pop culture in general, and writers and artists and Twitter. So I really don't think that many people will be struck by the cancellation of the new Morbius and new Valkyrie Jane Foster. Because all people, I think, appreciate the older stuff anyway, although they might not say it aloud. And as I said, I will forever be grateful to the American comic book industry for giving us great comic books. And as I said, this really, means nothing to me, because it is better for the comic book publishers not to publish anything new than to publish shit. Marvel Comics especially has been great, fantastic, and awesome at publishing and reprinting old comic books or older comic books in collected editions, in omnibus editions, in trade paperbacks, in deluxe hardcovers. DC Comics, they have been trying as well, but Marvel Comics, I think they are the best at publishing older stuff. And there is always something new to buy. And there is always, newly printed collected editions of older stuff. For instance, I've just ordered, I have read this many times in paperbacks, but I've just ordered the the Mighty Thor by Walter Simonson omnibus of a series that was written in the 1980s, and I consider it the best Thor run ever written. So who cares about Valkyrie Jane Foster? Nobody. Well, I don't. And I've also ordered the collection of Lobo by Keith Giffen and Ellen Grant, Volume 1. I own probably every single issue of Lobo from the 90s. But me being a collected edition freak, I just needed to have this. It's only a pity that DC Comics will probably never publish a Lobo omnibus. So tell me, when we've got great comic books like these, when we've got like 80 years plus of reading material, why should we care about this? Right? So it is better for the publishers to put their money into collected editions of the good comic books than try to publish new comics that nobody likes anyway. So, well, that's my opinion. And what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below if you are saddened by this terrible news that Marvel Comics is cancelling Valkyrie, Jane Foster, and Morbius. Woohoo! Or if you don't care as much as I do. If you prefer to read older stuff in collected editions, such as Lobo by DC Comics, yeah, the main man, or Thor by Walter Simonson. Let me know in the comments down below. I really do care, and I'm really interested in your opinions and in intelligent discussion. And that would be all from me. See you soon, and bye.